Welcome to this episode of the She Scales podcast, where we're going to be talking about how to use live events to grow your community and grow your brand. I'm super excited about this one because I truly think that not a lot of people know how to do this and know the real massive impact that live events can have on your business. Because if more people knew about it, they would be flocking to live events. And so, there are people that flock to live events. I'm one of them, 100%. But I feel like some people aren't the flockers. What a word. And so I just want to paint this picture because I don't think that I've really talked about how impactful these can be. And I don't think a lot of people realise how impactful it can be for all of the other things outside of just what you go to learn at that live event. Like the program, the itinerary or whatever's being taught or whatever is going to happen at that event. Yeah, that's cool. But that is one part of a multi-piece puzzle that a lot of people aren't seeing. And so I wanted to bring this episode to just really show you quite what is possible for you by being someone that goes to and prioritizes live events. Because nobody is talking about this, so I will. Live events massively grow your brand, grow your authority. They grow your knowledge, your awareness, but they also grow people's trust in you. People buy from people. So the more that you can be physically seen, when we think about getting visible and people seeing you, the more that you can get physically seen, that is going to be a massive piece of trust for your audience and your community at large. People buy from people. And so when you're thinking about the people that you see going to live events, they're going to get in the room, they're having conversations, they're building their brands. Maybe they're finding new clients at that event, or maybe they're making their new biz besties. Maybe they're finding out information that they didn't know, or getting strategies that they didn't know, or making one new connection. At this point, I'm just going to tell you that, think about the 6 degrees of separation. You are only one person, that one person that goes to an event could be someone that changes your life because of what they know that you need to know. I always think this. You never know what you don't know. And so it is your duty to go and meet people in person. I didn't even get to the points that I wanted to cover, but I really want to hone in on how important your network is. Your network is your net worth. And so for all of the hundreds and thousands of online relationships you've got, it'll be the ones that you've met in person that make all the difference. All of the difference. Because when people are physically seeing you, they trust you, they can rely on you. You have very different friendships and relationships with the people that you've met in person versus all of your online biz pals. So really make sure that you're prioritizing this, both for your own peace of mind and the people that you're yes, those are my people. So it's your mental and physical and emotional state, but also from a business and brand perspective, it's how other people see you because they see you going to live events. They're she gets herself in the room. She prioritizes growth. She wants to be part of the action. She's someone that is taking action whether I'm going to be involved or not. So I know that I can go to her. So it's a massive trust building piece. So you selfishly get to come away with some incredible business friends. But on the brand building side, this is about how people will see you. There's the two angles. When I was first in corporate and I joined an events company, but the event that I worked on was in a very male-dominated industry, and it was an industry that I had got no fucking clue about. None. And so I'm the young female trying to prove herself in an old, white, male, boring industry. Very construction, very old association, very much this is the way that we've always done things. And I was dear Lord, I need to immerse myself in this because otherwise I'm going to walk into a room and they're going to look at me well, what would you know? You're a 20-something-year-old woman. We've been doing this for 40 years. It's a very, very old industry. And so I made sure to be at every freaking event I could find. I went to town. London town. Not even just London town. I travelled around the UK for business to make sure that I could get to every event as possible. Not just to be seen to be there, but partly because people would find me far more credible if they could see me like I was making an effort to go to all these industry events, more so than a lot of their colleagues. And so people would view me differently, like, okay, she's not just a time waster, she takes herself very seriously, she takes this industry very seriously. We can count on her. Not only that, but I would be filled with insider information because I'd gone to all these industry events. So I'd be able to come out with either anecdotes or what was going on with the latest company or who had bought from who or competitor information. Like, I was always the most up to date. And so people started coming to me, like, not just, oh, we can trust her. Then they started coming to me because I had the most up to date information. I was eyes all over the industry. So people started to see me very, very differently because of how I prioritized live events. Now, that was my corporate experience. It meant that when I was going into business, first thing I did was look for live events to go to, but there weren't any because it was lockdown. And so as soon as the lockdown restrictions eased, I was looking for live events, but again, there wasn't really anything going on. So I started to build my own from that point. It only started out with, I think I was doing like a meetup lunch or some networking drinks or just like a reason for people to get together. But it was to bring people together from my community so that people can get out their house and meet people in person and have that connection. P.S. That very first meeting, I'm still friends with those ladies. The second meetup I ever did in London, I'm still besties with some of those ladies. So it really, really makes a difference. And this year now, coming into the present, I'm prioritizing live events and in-person experiences more than I ever have. Because from what you learn when you get in the room and who you become on the journey to getting in the room, and in my case, that's a hell of a journey thanks to being in Bali and booking places quite literally all over the world. So it's going to be an incredibly expansive experience, not just because of the conversations that I'm part of when I'm at these events. So I wanted to just share with you what that looks like so that you can get the full scale of what is possible. So here are all of the other ways that your business can grow from you being physically in the room that are additional to whatever you're going to learn at that event. So we've got massive visibility. Think about if you were to go to an event where there's, let's just say, 20 people, and all of those people are going to be sharing on social media that they're at that event. So all of those people are going to tag you. If you've listened to the episode that is prior to this one, where I talk about getting visible as fuck, imagine you took one day out of your business to go to a business event, so it's not even a day out, it's a fun day out, and you were on 20 people's social media. How much visibility would that give you? How much reach would that bring to your recent content? If 20 people shared your content or tagged you or shared when you tagged them, think about the reach that would give you. One day, 20 people. P.S. That is very, very possible. Any event. It's a massive, massive visibility. So obviously from that, the next point then is massively growing your reach in front of new audiences and the visibility that you can get off the back of that. If you're being shared over, let's just say 20 people's social media, how many more either followers is that going to bring? Interested potential clients is that going to bring? Email list signups is it going to bring? New story watchers right as you're pitching your offer? People in your DMs? People silently lurking you and being like, oh, let me just save her content. I'm going to come back to her. Massively, massively grows your network, grows your following, grows your community. So huge, huge visibility opportunity. There's also the element of strengthening your brand by who you're associated with. The fact that you go get yourself in the room and that there's powerful people in that room means that you will be associated with those powerful people. Leaders get around leaders. So it's strength in numbers. If you get yourself into places where either people who have got a high level of influence or take a high level of action. If you get yourself into those rooms or they've got a high profile, you get to benefit from all of those things and be associated with people like that. So it massively strengthens your brand and people will see you as a high profile person as well. So strengthening your brand by who you're associated with is really, really powerful. There's the new connections, like you on a personal level, the friends and people who now know you on a personal level, because maybe they'll be your next clients, maybe they'll be your next biz besties, maybe they're the people that you call up when you're like, I'm having a hot mess of a day, can we just speak about it? Can we have a coffee? Or maybe they're people that they'd maybe known you a little bit online, but now that you've met in person, they really, really know you as a person. They understand your business far more. And actually they become someone that refers you to other people. You know? Think bigger. If you've got more people who know you on a first name basis and really, really understand your business, they can either be next clients or they can be referrers. So this is about growing your referral network as well, which is really, really powerful. And that leads me to the next point is, obviously, this could bring new clients, both people that you've met in the room and new people that your connections bring to you, the referrals. People that you meet in person because you went to this online event, and people either are coming across you for the first time, realizing that actually you're a perfect fit together. You know, people buy from people. I've seen this so much with when I did Main Couch of Energy last year and all the girls met in person, I know that they did so much business together after the Main Couch of Energy live event because they'd met each other, they could refer each other to people. And so they either became clients, biz besties, referrers. It was such a powerful network. So this is real opportunity here. The next one is endless content gold. Content gold. Whether this is like you driving and you're just packing your bags, or whether you're going on an overnight trip, or whether you're going on a week-long trip, whether you're flying, this content is so bingeable because most people stay at home and don't fucking move. So when you are someone that moves, you've got this content gold that most people will never be able to share. So share it. It is bingeable as fuck. I think about the times when either I've shared, it was maybe 10 seconds of me outside a plane window. You know, plane window thoughts, content gold. One of my most popular reels of last year was me. I'd propped my phone up in the car and I was singing Beyonce on the motorway because I was driving to Main Couch of Energy and I was stuck in standstill traffic, and I was like, well, I'm having a good time, I'm going to film it. And people loved it. It was me in standstill traffic. But it was content gold because it was capturing a feeling that I was having at that moment. And I didn't overthink it. I was like, POV, you know, I'm sat in standstill traffic on the motorway singing the song that I've been marketing as I'm driving to my event. And people absolutely loved it. So it's content gold because it's different. Most people aren't posting that kind of content. So whether you're packing your bags the night before or getting ready or packing your suitcase, or even filming lots of little clips so that you can do a journey of you going to the event and take people along with you, or maybe make a blog post out of it or a vlog. Like there's so much content that can come out of you going to and from the event, let alone all the content that comes from the event. So much content, and it's bingeable as fuck. So on that, better performing content. People love to see people on the move. Again, it's so bingeable. People love to see you either packing your bags or on a plane, like, because you're doing something differently. Like, they love to see that content, so let them live. Whether it's you in the car or putting your suitcases in the boot, it's such interesting content. So post it because it will be better performing content. And then lastly, it's giving you content that A, performs better, and B, is shared across more people's social media. So it's just a recipe for massive visibility and credibility and sales. So massive results. But then the biggest thing of all of these things, because, you know, the content gold and the massive visibility and the massive reach and all of these incredible things. Yes, that is cool. We've got lots of business growth things going on. The community's growing, your brand is growing, people are perceiving you differently, all of these things, yes. But the biggest thing of all is the person that you become by going. The person who has massive breakthroughs and shifts. The person who crosses borders because she's so committed to her journey and her growth and building a global movement. The person you become when you're having the biggest inspiration downloads when you're at 30,000 feet. The person who wanted to live an extraordinary life, so she's out doing that, and the realizations that you have when you are living the dream, your dream. This is the single biggest brand building move that you can make for your business. All the content and the reach and the shared platforms and all of that, of course, is incredible. But who you become on the way is the biggest thing that you can do for your business and your brand. It's how you step into those such bigger shoes because you physically got yourself in the room, and how your life and business will change because of that. Woohoo! This is the single biggest move that you can make for yourself. So really, really be looking. I would be going out of my way. I am going wildly out of my way. Let me just recap this year for you. I'm going from Bali to LA, back to Bali, to the Seychelles in East Africa, to the UK, to Bali, to Florida, to Bali. Potentially more places across summer. We don't know yet. Those are just the ones that are certain. Oh my gosh. However, the expansiveness that's going to come with that. You know, not even just crossing borders, crossing timelines, crossing the world, being physically in the room for 2-day retreats, a 4-day event. I'm speaking at a VIP mastermind called the Island of Influence. You better believe there is going to be some big dick energy coming out of that experience. Woo! Can't bloody wait for that one. And even that, you know, this is because I leveraged LinkedIn to grow my brand. And then I got found for an opportunity and invited on that. I'm now at this point going to go back and reference the episode where I said grow your brand, not just your business. The reason why I get found and picked and invited for incredible opportunities is that I always am focusing on growing my brand as well as the business. I'm always planting long-term seeds that I'm not going to reap the rewards of today, this week, this month, maybe even this year. I'm always thinking long-term, bigger picture. I'm just going to share that with you. But the salesperson in me is thinking today, this week, this month. Be both, the duality. All right, Queen, I wanted to share these with you so that you can be realizing quite how powerful and potent it is to get yourself to live events, get yourself shared the shit out of across social media, and then be someone that others see as massively trustworthy, building your authority, someone that takes action, someone that gets physically in the room. And so they're going to want to come and work with you quicker because they see how much more seriously you take yourself and that you're moving regardless. Woo! If you're listening to all this and you're like, okay, Sarah, fine. How can I get in the room? What live events have you got going on this year? How can I work with you? Where am I traveling to? Where are we going? Okay, firstly, we've got the Bali Bali Retreat, which is the 8th to the 14th of April. Get yourself to the Bali Retreat. It is going to be out freaking standing. Absolutely insane. We've got some guest coaches coming in. This retreat is going to be business and self-care and self-love. We are going to be scaling the business, but scaling you. So there's going to be things across each day, something that focuses on growing the business and something that focuses on growing you. So if you're someone that is around 6 figures, doesn't matter, give or take what money you're on. If you're someone that knows that they want to be scaling to and beyond multi-6 figures in 2024, get yourself to the Bali Retreat. You cannot miss this. It's going to be absolutely insane. I'm putting together the most incredible experience that will both expand your mind, your body, your soul, and your business. So when you walk away from this 7 days, not only will you have a clear strategy to scale that's customized to you, but the mindset that you leave, the embodiment that you leave with, you will be far better able to scale your business because of who you've become on this experience. It's gonna, We are going to be recalibrating you on a mind, body, soul, and business level. It's going to be insane. So that's on the 8th to the 14th of April, Monday to Sunday in Bali. We've also got Main Character Energy, which is coming to London in June, Thursday the 13th of June. So if you've got your tickets, awesome. I cannot wait to see you there. Main Character Energy 2024 is also going to be insane. Main Character Energy of last year was like the biggest event that I saw on social media. I just watched the explosion that happened when everyone was sharing the content of the next few days, and I couldn't believe it. 2024 is going to blow the top off that. So if you've got your tickets, incredible. I will see you there. If you haven't yet got your tickets, I'll drop the link here in the show notes so that you can pick up your ticket for 2024. And I will see you on Thursday, the 13th of June in London at the secret venue. That's all for now, Queen. Make sure you are absolutely prioritizing live events to grow your community, grow your brand, and make this the year that you scale wildly. I'll see you inside the next episode.